Hi boys and girls, we're going to start doing the ABS air intake, and we're going to be doing this together. I'm going to explain everything as we go. The stuff you'll be needing, naturally, ABS sheeting. This is 60 thousandths thick, like that. You will need the glue, which is this fast set, clear, water thin, solvent cement. And what it does, it basically welds the plastic together, or fuses it together, so it all becomes one piece. This is methylene chloride, not a joke, not a toy. All right. When you buy it, it comes with a needle applicator to go along the seams. You're going to need some sandpaper. You're going to need some measure. You're going to need a straight edge. You're going to need a way to cut it. You're going to need a razor knife. I've got this hobby cutter, which is a little extreme. A pair of scissors will work just fine. Something to mark it, a hot air gun, a vise maybe. Maybe we use that, we don't know. Luckily for me, this piece right here is the same as the carburetor. You could actually use the carburetor, but it would be better to get a socket or something the same size you need. This just so happens to be the perfect size. Okay, I hope you can see this right here is the lip of the carburetor. That's this part here. Not on this carburetor. Definitely not on this one. But the lips are almost identical, and the diameters almost identical. Except for that one has a lip, but the outside of the other one does not have a lip. So that's identical. We're not wanting to go to bare minimum on that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here, turn it around, and to cut straight lines, and I've worked with this stuff before. I've actually done a video on how to weld it. It was a real short video, it wasn't much, but, and we're going to take our stupidly short razor knife here. You don't want to, and that's the reason I say sometimes you have to clamp this stuff, because it's slick. Press down as hard as I can. And you just want to score it. And what we're making now is the piece that goes over the carburetor. Alright, now you got it scored good. You should be able to just how easy is that? So now we're going to have to mold it around here, and this we're going to start using our clamps and our heat gun. Get this down here. Okay. This is a thermoplastic, and it does respond good to heat. And you can literally make anything with it. Kind of get it hot. Just have to hold it there a little bit. Doesn't require a bunch of heat. If I can hold it like that, you know it's not too hot. Hotter than I want to touch right there, but then that molded in pretty good right here. So we're just going to work this around, and we're going to use 2 wraps for this piece, and then we'll split it naturally when for it to go over the carburetor to the plant. Yes, it did. So now we're going to clamp the top, and we're going to do the same thing. You got to have a very tight fit. And like I said, I wish I had 2 hose clamps, but I do not. That would be most recommended. Let's slip that right over there. And that's going to hold them together while we let it dry. Here's our first piece. And that's literally the hardest piece that we're going to have to make. Okay? Like I said, that's the hardest one we're going to have to make. Okay, here's our piece. And it fits on very nicely on there. And you see the stuff I've got to miss right here. So this will actually be cut down. And we're going to come out to here. And we're going to kind of catch air up above this, so we're not pulling in hot air. We'll see how that works. Fits on there good. Just wanting to pull the carburetor off. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. Let's say this can, okay? That's a good start. All right, and the thing of it is, we're going to have to come out this way. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this just to the side. And it's going to be kind of hard to see this until it dries. Alright. So now, and this is going to be freehand, by the way, and which is kind of crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And we're going to come out, and I want to go kind of like this. So this will be trimmed back some more, tucked in a little bit. It's not going to be in the way, but I'm going to tuck it in anyhow. And then it's going to be on a slant up, and then bars going to be running across it. It's going to look pretty cool. So let's continue on. Pretty much a little bit more than the actual piece itself, and that's going to tell us how much room we got. So we're going to fusion weld this onto it, and right now we're going to have to scuff this area up. We're going to have to sand it up. Move it around. We're going to clamp it off. And like I said, it requires clamps. We're going to have to use some. We're going to put the bottom seam to the bottom with it right there like that. Prop it up. See that going in there. I just made a big mistake right here. It's got to go on this side. And I'm glad I caught that before it healed up good. I could kind of hope y'all could see where I'm going with this. And then the other piece is going to be right there, as much room as I could get. And then this will be cut off at a slant. So that's pretty much where we're going with this. I'll get all this stuff out my way as much as possible. Okay, and what I failed to tell y'all yesterday, and like I said, it's 24 hours later. You got work time is 1 to 2 minutes. Fixture time 3 minutes. And then it's 80% strength at 72 hours. And you can see that right there. So it's been 24 hours. This is the piece that we made right here. And the stuff is like really tough. So we're gonna put it on the bike and we're gonna take a look at it. That's what we got so far. Okay, I measured right about 1 inch thickness. So we need a piece 1 inch long, 1 inch wide. And this is 12 by 12 sheets, so. Got that welded on there. We're going to continue this up. So we're going to start gluing and clamping and gluing this as we go. And there's still a little bit in there. Okay, I'm going to try to kind of show you. We're going to glue the two halves together, but I want to show you. This stuff is slick. You got to get it lined up. I mean, it's not a perfect fit, but it doesn't have to be. And this stuff, you just go along. I'm going to have to clamp some of it, I know. Okay. Let that sit on there for a few minutes. Okay, we got it sanded down, we got it stuck on there, and that's what it's going to look like. I cut this off. So, and that's how it turned out. I'm going to paint it. Y'all tell me what color I should paint it. Should I paint it red? Should I paint it the tan color? Or just leave it black? This, you can see how much little room, because this thing's all the way on, I actually have right here to get this thing on. Like I said, I still got to clean it up, pan it, sand it a little bit more. But I hope this helps y'all. This stuff's really easy to work with. Just, you can cut it with a pair of scissors and get some of the glue or the methylene chloride. Be careful with that, by the way, and read all the precautions. And if it's not for you, don't do it. But it's got some precautions on it. So, not a toy. And it's not, but let me know what you think. I got some screen I'm going to go over this. I'm not actually going to put any filter element in it because the air up here is going to be clean. Pretty much what's going to be kicked up from this, but that's going to hit that. It's not going to get any, what it's going to get from this, it's not going to get any heat off the engine, and so I'll get nice cool air up there. So that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I like the idea of an open carburetor because I have noticed that they run better without any restriction at all. But I know you got to run a filter, especially with it doing this, and the rear wheel just throws it right into the carburetor. Well, I won't do it now. Let me know what you think. This stuff is real easy to work with. You're not limited to air boxes or anything like that. You could do a ton of things with it. Now, I've got to get the pipe mount built. I got the mark for these. And other than that, that's it. I got gas in it. Heck, let's start it up. This will be the third time I started it up, so. Okay. Hang on a second. I just listened to that video. And on that camera, that microphone is way too sensitive. I know y'all want to hear what this thing actually does sound like. So, that's my GoPro. It doesn't sound anything like what that camera portrays. So, I'm going to fire it up again. I hope that was a little better. I got hopes for it. I really do. It sounds pretty good. So let me shut the gas off. But there you go. That's not hot or nothing. So, alright guys, hit like, subscribe, leave me a comment, please. Tell me what you think about that thing. I mean, tell me if it's as ugly as heck or whatever. And I think it'll provide good air, good clean air. Alright guys? Yeah, I think it'll do fine. So, just something different. And let me know what color it should be. Red, silver, black, whatever. Purple, gold, whatever. Alright guys, y'all have a good one.